Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Professional Weapons in Advanced Warfare. This time we are taking a look at the SN6 submachine gun variants, and the marksman variant I have today is the Magistrate, and the three professional variants being the Jury, which looks like the Magistrate, the K, and the Executioner. Now I initially thought that this episode would be simple because the SN6 is a very simple SMG. But then I decided no, it might not actually be simple because of one variant, the SN6K, but we'll get to that when the time comes. But first of all, the thing that we're testing out the Magistrate today, which is a very good variant. First of all, I do need to talk about a downside that this variant has first, which is a 10% slower aim down sight time from 200 milliseconds to 220 milliseconds. You might notice it, you might not notice it. I'm probably going to say you might notice it a little bit, and if you do, just put on a quick draw, which will counteract the penalties. So this is a normal SN6 aim down sights time, and this is the Magistrate's aim down sights time. And like I said, you might not notice it, but here's both of them aiming down sights at the same time, and you'll see that the SN6 down there is beating it, and that it may take a little bit longer for that one to aim down sights. So it's from, like I said, 200 milliseconds to 220 milliseconds. Not really bad or horrible. It's not the hugest penalty in the world, but it is there, and you might like lose a few gunfights if you're aiming down sights this low. But it's really not a big deal. But if it is to you, then just stack on a quick draw. Now let's talk about the two good sides of this variant. First of all, this variant has 10% less recoil, which is kind of nice. I mean, the base SN6 has very low recoil, but this one plays to the strengths and lowers it even more, which I personally like. I personally take a foregrip with the SN6, although the recoil is workable. I prefer a foregrip, just how I always been with Call of Duty. But here's the regular SN6 kick. As you see, it does have a tendency to kick up, but it is low recoil overall. And here's the Magistrate's recoil. And you see that it holds its position very well over there. So you see it's a very easy variant to control. Next upside is you have plus 15% range on your 5-shot kill range, which is your medium range damage, which is 20. So that range gets extended a little bit. So that's a good thing. And the last thing about this variant is that it has a 10% wider hipfire spread, which if you look at the two, maybe in game you might not notice it, but if you compare it like I am right now, I think that you will actually notice it. And maybe not so much, but I am noticing the 10% wider hipfire spread for the Magistrate right now. And it's not the hugest deals. Yeah, the hipfire is probably bad up close, but I wouldn't really recommend the SN6 of all SMGs to hipfire with, because it's 4 shots to kill, and its rate of fire is kind of slow for hip firing anyway. So the hip fire is still okay, but you might miss like 1 or 2 shots because of this 10% wider hip fire spread. But it's statistically identical to the Money variant, which people consider the Magistrate to be better than the Money because the Money doesn't have because the Money has an extra magazine reserve, whereas this one doesn't. But they say the Money has a slower aim down sights time, which I don't mind personally, but whatever. And next variant we got is the SN6 Executioner, which is also a good variant, but it does have a flaw. Now, I was completely wrong about the range this whole time. Like, this whole time, I kept thinking that the SN6, I kept thinking that because 2 damage zones are the same, I thought it would only decrease like 1 damage zone. Like, for example, the Ultralight, I said that the -2 range is all on your 34 damage, where I was wrong. It actually affects medium range as well, but it makes no difference. And same with the Obituary. The Obituary, because it decreases the medium range, but the medium range is the same as long range, it has no downsides other than the target enhancer. So that's actually a pretty good variant with a free target enhancer and no other things. But the SN6 at its longest range will be a 6-shot kill. There you see a 6-shot kill there. And the Executioner, you'll see, is completely different. Oh yeah, this is where I'm coming from. Because the Executioner is +1 damage. And this is a pretty good variant, I'd say, as well. And because of this damage increase that the executioner has, instead of taking 6 shots to kill, it will take 5 shots to kill. So that's very good. So its overall damage is increased from 33 2018 to 33 2020. So it's basically the same medium and long range damage. It does have one major downside, and that's the fact that it has -2 on range. Now this might seem very bad. However, the range penalty is only at close range, so your 33 damage range is decreased by 15%, as well as your 20 damage range is decreased by 15%, but that's not going to make any difference at all because the long range damage is also 20. So I've been completely wrong about the range this whole time, and I was also wrong about the range of the ARX headshot. It increases 3 shot by 15% and 4 shot by 15%. Whereas the tactical is only 4 shot by 15%. The ARX anyway. I do want to note that the SN6 can actually kill in 3 shots if you get 1 headshot at close range, because the close range damage is 33, but I don't know if you'll get headshots that easily. So this range penalty may seem bad. You can counteract it with an advanced rifling, and it's not the worst penalty in the game. It's definitely one of the better SN6 variants, but I don't think you should worry about this. And the last good side we have, which you might not notice, but I actually do notice it, is they have a 10% tighter hip fire spread, which is actually kind of good for the SN6 because it's kind of bad at hip firing, and this kind of fixes that issue. And there you go, you see that the hip fire spread looks wider for the regular SN6, but the SN6 Executioner is the opposite, and it's actually considerably good hip fire now. So I'd say the Executioner is a pretty good variant. So there you go, but it does have a hard hit on close range damage, so that's not good because the close range damage which is a 4 shot kill, is only 14 meters, which, I mean, that kind of sucks, but whatever. Alright, next thing we're doing is we're going to test out Recoil for the SN6K, but before we do that, before we test out the recoil, I have to test out the damage. So at medium range, like regularly at medium range, the SN6 is a 5 shot kill. So that's the 5 shot kill range for the SN6. And I do have to show up, and let me get to longer ranges. And oh wait, no, I did show off that the SN6 is a 6 shot kill at its longest range, so I don't need to show that off. And the K at medium range is not a 5 shot kill. You'll see that the K at medium range is actually a 6 shot kill instead of 5 shot. Yeah, 6 shot kill at medium range. That's kind of brutal, and I do not enjoy that at all. And if you thought that was frustrating, let me show you this. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I, mother freaker? Oh wait, no, not really. Alright, so at its longest range, the SN6K is a 7 shot kill instead of 6 shot kill. You guys saw that, it was a 6 shot kill. Yeah, 7 shot kill. So this thing has -2 damage, which is just awful. Honestly, it's really bad, and it's just awful. Like I said, it's very, very bad to have -2 damage on the SN6, and on the stat chart it actually brings it down from 6 damage to 4 damage, but you know, those numbers don't mean anything. We're all about like the actual statistics of the gun. And another thing that we got to test out is that the fire rate is actually increased for this weapon. So the base SN6 will fire at 720 RPM, and the burst is 800 RPM. Here's the regular SN6. And this is the SN6K, which bursts at 900 RPM and then 857 RPM. I don't know if it's 857 RPM. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my best estimate is 857 RPM. The full rate of fire, it could be 900 RPM. except I can't be 100% certain about that, so the fire rate is changed for the SN6K. It's nice, although it's nice, it doesn't make up for the frickin' low damage it has, but it does have a free foregrip attachment. And this is where the episode got complicated. If I had the SN6 cycled, I would easily be able to compare the recoil, but because the SN6K has a higher fire rate, it's kind of difficult to compare since fire rate kind of messes with accuracy a little bit. But because the SN6K has a free foregrip, that means it has like 15 to 20% less recoil, and this is how much the base SN6 will kick. And even though the SN6K has a higher rate of fire, it overall has lower recoil than all the other variants because of the foregrip. So here we go. Here's this amount of kick. And here's the K's amount of kick. And you see that the movement is faster, but you see that it's able to hold its position very well. So the SN6K, even though the fire rate is nice, do I really want 7-shot kill range? No, absolutely not. Especially since the 7-shot kill range comes up very easily, because one of the core weaknesses of the SN6 is that its medium range damage is only 3 meters. It only goes from 15 meters to 18 meters, which kind of sucks. Like, the SN6 barely has a medium range, so it drops the long range faster than any other gun in the game, and I really do mean that. So last variant we are looking at finally is the SN6 Jury. Now this one looks like the Magistrate kind of, but oh shit. So like I said, you guys saw that the SN6 was a 6-shot kill at long range, but not this one. It's a 7-shot kill again, and the K's damage is moved from you can go back and count if you want, but it is 7 shots to kill. The K's damage is moved from 33, 18, 16, and the Jury's damage is 33, 20, and then 16. So that's bad, obviously. Now we got to test out one more thing, and that's the recoil again. So the recoil for the SN6 Jury is actually decreased by 10%. The same decrease we saw on the Magistrate, but again, in case you guys lost it, here's the regular SN6's recoil. Low recoil, but because I don't like to put on many attachments, and foregrip's one of my favorite attachments, I put foregrip on anyway. But here's the Jury's recoil, and at this point I really need to put on a foregrip. I just use foregrip and extended mags for the Jury, but here's the 10% less recoil that you'll see. And it's able to hold its position very well. Even with like a foregrip, it's still very accurate. So, and the rating is obviously going to be, I'm going to say Magistrate number 1, just because it's a variant that everybody likes, including myself. The Executioner at number 2, I would put it at number 1 because one of the core weaknesses of the SN6 is it has very low damage at long range, that it drops off very quickly. And basically the Executioner fixes the core weaknesses of the SN6 kind of. The SN6 the third does a better job, but SN6 Executioner definitely comes in second place because it increases damage, which is a weakness, and its hipfire is horrible, which it makes up for the tighter hipfire that the Executioner has. Number 3 is going to be the Jury, and number 4 is the K. Even though the fire rate is nice on the K, it's still a bad variant because it's the lowest damage SN6 with 4, 6, and 7 shots to kill. And if you want to go for a high rate of fire variant, definitely go with the cycled. Even though the cycled still has a 7-shot kill range at long range, at least it's 5 shots to kill at medium range instead of 6. So you'll be able to work with that. And I forgot one more thing. The SN6 Jury has a built-in laser sight, which gives it like a 12% or 15%, I don't know which one it is, but it gives it one of those numbers, a tighter hipfire spread, which is basically what the laser sight does. So it has a free laser sight, which is kind of like the SN6 Executioner. And you'll see that the foregrip is locked on there, and you'll see that the laser sight is also locked on the Jury. And because of the laser sight, you can't put on a tracker rounds or a parabolic microphone, so you're gonna have to deal with the laser instead. And since you guys, and just to follow along with the stats, the Magistrate is +1 accuracy, +1 range, -1 handling, and -1 mobility. The Executioner is +1 damage, -2 range, and +1 handling. The K is -2 damage, +1 fire rate, and a free foregrip. Damn, I wasn't finished talking. Alright, I'll do that again. Magistrate, like I said, +1 accuracy, +1 range, -1 handling, -1 mobility. Executioner, +1 damage, -2 range, +1 handling. The K is -2 damage, +1 fire rate, and a free foregrip. And the Jury is -1 damage, +1 accuracy, and a free laser sight. And the free this variant is kind of similar to the K in that manner, with accuracy increase because of the foregrip and the lower damage. This basically does the same thing, except the Jury is better because at least it has a 5-shot kill range instead of 6. But that was all. Next episode is going to be on the TAC-19 professional variants. See you guys then. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.